Hello everybody and welcome to the MES tool update newsletter of summer 24. Today I'm going to show you some of the changes in the tool MoRe that happened since the last newsletter. We now have the version 4.21 and some of the changes are clearer line routing, fewer line crossings and lines connected to port blocks, and better horizontal alignment of blocks. For a detailed list of changes, you can of course have a look at our release notes, but for now I'm going to head over to the tool and show you some of the changes directly in the tool. So in our first example here, you can see when I do auto layout, the horizontal distance between these vertical lines is not very big, and you can imagine if you have a big model and zoom further out, you can't really distinguish these lines from each other. And so if I go to another model here and do auto layout in the newer version, you can see that the distance is increased between these lines. This now adapts to the size of the model. And so even in big models, and if you zoom further out, you can still distinguish the vertical lines from each other. Another thing we improved in the line routing was that in some cases, when you do auto layout, it could happen that lines overlap. This occurred really rarely, but it could. And now we increased this distance between these lines here, and this should not happen anymore. And so if you do auto layout in the newer version, you can see every line is separated from each other. And so now you can have a more clear view of your line routing here. The next point I want to show you is the improved behavior of line routing with lines connected to import blocks. So in the old version, I can show you here, sometimes it could happen that you have some line crossings here that are not necessary or the lines are not straight. And we improved this behavior in the new version, and now the import blocks are arranged much better here, and you should always have straight lines if possible and reduced line crossings. So this is a much clearer layout here. It looks much better. The last point we have is the alignment of blocks. In this case, for example, we have blocks with top ports and line labels that extend the border of the block here, and we have a block that has no line label or no top port. And so if we do auto layout here, you can see these blocks are not aligned at all, and this looks kind of messy. And we cleaned this up, and now blocks with top ports are also getting aligned with other blocks, and everything looks clearer now and looks much better now. And the second point we improved in alignment is this example here. When you have a lot of similar blocks, but they have really different line labels with different lengths here, you can see it produces multiple layers here because this all have short line labels here. They are all in one layer. This one has a bit longer layer, so they are aligned here, and this one has the longest line label, and so they are aligned further to the left, but that's doesn't look really right here. The customers do this not this way, so we changed our behavior in this case, and now if you can see in the latest version, these blocks are also getting aligned regardless of the different lengths in the line label here. So that's it from my part. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day, and we see each other in the next tool update newsletter. Goodbye.